Go. Come on. You can't pretend with me. I know you want to. You kept us up all last night thinking about it. What are you? Chicken?
I know you are, but what am I?
That was weak even when you were 5. I actually feel bad for you right now. Dia got to you yesterday, so stop sulking about it and go talk to Dad already. You could use cooking as an excuse to have a conversation, just like you do with Mom.
Morning, parentals.
Good morning.
So, what are you two up to today?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Okay. What is going on?
Aruni was upset that we were discussing her wedding with you the other day. She felt as though it was private, especially since you haven't spoken yet.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to take a moment to process that.
This offense can only be repaid in blood. We want her head on a spike.
I must say, I dislike being put in the middle like this.
She just needs a little time, Potidua. She'll come around.
Can I at least know my future brother-in-law's name, please? Because he's going to be my family too, right?
I suppose that's fair. Aruni's fiance's name is Ahmed Ziad. His family is from Palestine and he moved to Timber Hills for his master's.
Thanks, guys, for those crumbs of information.
Oh, you girls will be the death of me. I can never do anything right for you. These are just tantrums, and neither of you are school children anymore. You do well to remember that.
Ouch. That was a second-degree scolding.
Kotoroti? Ah, that brings me back. If you ever find yourself late at night and drunk with a group of friends you've just met, and you need something that hits the spot, Kotoroti every time.
You had a lot of wild nights in your youth, Daddy.
Oh, I could tell you some stories. But that was a long time ago. I can barely remember anything at all. Why don't we just start the recipe, Have you washed your hands, Jala Banana? Fine, let's get started. Chop some onion, cabbage, leeks, and jalapenos.
I'm on it.
You've redefined the meaning of impressive with this.
I bet I can guess what you got up to on your wild nights.
They were really quite tame, Potidua. Really.
You and your friends joined a traveling theater troupe for months of wild partying in strange towns. Behind you, a string of heartbroken lovers who never knew your name.
No, I'm a romantic at heart. Always have been.
Okay, then my next guess for your mysterious nighttime activities is arson.
Speaking of, light the stove. Medium high, please.
Oh my god, it's arson!
Your technique is absolutely mesmerizing. Where's the handheld camcorder? I should be recording this. I've thrown the onions, ginger, and garlic in the pot with just a little oil, and we'll saute until they're just getting aromatic.
Come on. I'm sure Dad would tell you more sordid details if you just pushed a little.
Daddy, I thought we were close enough that we could tell each other anything.
That's a dirty guilt trip, Jala.
I learned from the best.
What an active imagination you have, Jalu. Oh, look, it's time to add our vegetables. knew you could do it. Ah, here we are. Time to add the leftover chicken curry.
How do we always have leftover chicken curry lying around?
Well, how else am I supposed to enjoy retirement? I drink chai, I make chicken curry, and I go on long walks.
You sound very happy, Apache.
I'm living the dream, Jalu. I'm living the dream. That's pretty good. When I was in college, my buddies and I worked at this mini market. The manager was terrible. He withheld pay for random offenses, things he said we'd broken or were missing. We found out later he was stealing and blaming it on us, actually.
Wow, what a complete...
Piece of work, yes.
That's a bunch of malarkey. Absolute dingbat behavior.
What is this, Fargo? Are you Mormon? Call him a little bitch.
That's not very nice to say, although I appreciate your righteous anger on my behalf. Rukmini can be the same way if I'm driving and someone cuts us off in traffic.
You're going off topic.
Sorry. Pour these whisked eggs into the pot to cook and I'll continue the tale. The student has become the master. So we're out drinking after a shift and we're all complaining, telling anyone who would listen about this manager. Suddenly, everyone in the bar is buying us rounds, lamenting their worst bosses. We decided, in our bluster, that it was time to finally get back at him. And so, we ask around, we find out what neighborhood he lives in.
And?
How about we slice the roti into thin strips? It's the last ingredient, and they add the most delightful little crunch. Oh, don't give me that look, Jalu. A good story needs suspense. Nice effort, kiddo. But where was I? We had found his neighborhood, and then, finally, his house. We decided we needed energy to do what needed to be done. So, we went to get some chicken kotoroti.
And? Confess your crimes, father.
Crime? There were no crimes, my silly bean. We spent the rest of the night eating, and I woke up with the worst hangover of my life.
What?
The next day at work, we found out the manager's car did get set on fire. No idea who was behind it, though. The end.
There is absolutely no way it wasn't you, or at least your friends, while you did look out.
This mild-mannered Desi dad bit was no more than a guy's. Who knows what he's capable of?
I promise, I was investigated up and down. There's no proof I was ever even there. Come now, Jala, let's enjoy the efforts of our labor.
Wow, Dad. I thought I knew you, and it turns out you're a criminal mastermind.
Did you think you got your rebelliousness from your Rama alone? No, you wouldn't be so lucky. Both sides, I'm afraid. Are you a witch, Jala? Because that was magic.
Her exes would say so.
What do you think? As good as you remember it?
I have to say, Podijua, this dish would put Roshan's mum to shame.
Roshan?
Oh yes, the amateur bodybuilder who set our manager's car on fire.
What?
Ha! Just kidding. His mother did make excellent chicken kotoroti, though. Not that I'm not delighted my little firecracker wants to cook egg hoppers with me all of a sudden, but why do I sense that you're hungry for something else this morning?
How do you do that?
I've been a parent for 28 years and married to your mother for even longer. You think I haven't picked up a few tricks?
Have we been underestimating Dad this whole time?
I just got goosebumps.
Or he's just pretending to be oblivious. Terrifying thought.
You know what to do first. Fine, let's get started. The first step is to proof the yeast and mix up the ingredients in a bowl.
Come on, Jala, ask him. It's eating you up inside.
Dad, did you ever wish I was straight?
What are you really asking, Podidua?
I remember you said all the right things, but looking back, Auntie C probably coached you.
Threatened him.
Let's say instructions were conveyed with a certain emphasis. I'm glad she did, so I didn't say something stupid. I won't lie, Jala. I had some complicated feelings. Fear, worry, protectiveness. Only because this world is cruel to anyone who is different. But those are all my feelings for me to deal with. All you need to know is your mother and I love you. We accept you. We will love who you love. Gender is irrelevant, as long as they're good to you. Are you a witch, Jala? Because that was magic!
Her exes would say so.
I seem to recall it was less of a formal coming out and more that we caught you making out with Tyler in your bedroom.
Absolute cringe.
You stood up, crossed your arms, and announced, "I'm in love with Tyler, and I don't care what you think."
You gave me the biggest hug. And then you hugged Tyler too.
I don't remember who started crying first,
It was Dad.
but by the end of the night, everyone cried. I was so proud of you. Oh, time to blend. Can't let it sit for too long. You've redefined the meaning of impressive with this.
Me liking girls didn't feel like a big deal. I felt safe, you know? You and Mom were so supportive of Tyler when she transitioned, and you obviously accepted Auntie C.
Actually, I didn't immediately. Chandra and I didn't talk for a few years after she told the family she was a lesbian.
You never told me that.
It's a painful memory. I'm ashamed of it. I'm just so grateful Chandra forgave me. Gave us both another chance at a relationship.
But you two adore each other. That must have been so awful.
I was ignorant and cowardly. I should have stood up for her to our parents. I cared too much about what society would think. It's one of my greatest regrets in life. I missed out on so much. That's why I was determined I'd never make the same mistakes with you. You keep cooking like that and you'll surpass me soon enough. What made you bring all this up today, Jalawala?
I saw Dia yesterday. You know her parents kicked her out, right? They don't even acknowledge her.
Do you feel sorry for her or admire her?
I can't even imagine you two doing that to me.
And it should be unimaginable. Dia's parents will regret it in the end if they have any sense. They're the ones losing out. Oh, they really make me so angry. Light the stove, Jala. We'll feel better once we eat some egg hoppers, huh? What a pro! Here's the secret of egg hoppers. Are you ready?
I've been preparing for this moment my entire life, Dad.
The specialized pan is integral, but more than that is the cooking technique. It all rests on this, and I'm leaving it entirely in your hands.
I'm ready. I'm gonna make the best egg hopper you've ever had.
If it's blessed by your hands, I don't doubt it, Podidua. Add some batter to the pan and swirl it around the edges to get the distinct shape. Once the batter just sets, crack an egg into the center of the hopper and cover the pan. The most important thing is this. Do not lift the lid before the egg is ready.
But how will I know that it's done?
You'll just know. Trust yourself. The student has become the master.
So, how is it?
These are the best egg hoppers I have ever had.
Stop exaggerating, Dad.
I'm entirely serious. These are amazing. I wonder if we'll need to buy more phone cards soon.
Indeed.
Yeah, little busy right now.
Ah, good. I've been meaning to talk to you. I didn't want to bring it up at the time, but... I wasn't thrilled to get involved between you and Thea. Whatever grudge she holds is with you, not me. We have an entirely separate relationship. I suppose I couldn't just leave you hanging, now could I?
Dia literally left me no choice. She attacked me.
So you're saying it was unwarranted?
Maybe not unwarranted, but unprovoked.
I'd buy that if I wasn't the one you usually called to pick you up after your more... shameless misadventures. As a queer elder, I also have a duty to be there for queer kids without families. I had to be one of those for a while myself, you know.
Yeah, Dad mentioned there was a period of time you didn't talk.
Ah, that's a delicate way of putting it. The more direct version is that I came out and was immediately kicked out.
I'm surprised to hear that Dad reacted like that, considering...
Oh, it wasn't just that I had challenged his worldview. I had challenged how well he thought he knew me. When he had done his soul searching, he apologized and was better for it.
This is sibling reunion propaganda.
Family's complicated, and familial obligations even more so. But love is simple. That's why I care so much about chosen family. It's like seasoning. You need a selection to make deliciousness happen. Salt and pepper don't cut it.
You the little punk who's hassling one of Sergio's students?
Who's Sergio?
He's a volunteer dance coach at the community center.
Oh my god! Mikey told on me to his dance teacher? And who are you? The dance teacher's secretary?
Actually, I'm Mikey's dance coach's ex-girlfriend from 3rd grade.
Wow!
Yeah, I know. We're getting sidetracked. Stop bullying Mikey, okay?
Or what?
Or we're gonna have a problem.
Oh, good! I love problems. Didn't Mikey tell you? I'm a mathlete.
I thought teens were supposed to be apathetic, but it's obvious you care so much.
I don't care! I'm totally indifferent!
Deny it more. That is super convincing. I bet your skate compilation footage is all wipeouts. Must save on tapes being so bad, though. A cult drone and a corporate drone look suspiciously alike, wouldn't you say? You dress like a punk now, but I bet you grew up in a gated community outside of town.
Are you calling me a poser? Oh, I shouldn't have stayed up watching that Vincent Price marathon. Oh man, kinda whiffed, didn't I?
Fine. I've seen the error of my ways.
Really?
Dude, no. Just don't tell anyone about my humiliating defeat, and I'll leave Mikey alone, okay?
Deal.
Thanks for handling that skate punk kid, Jala.
No worries. Text me anytime you need a child gently intimidated.
Hopefully it's a one-off. Volunteer, dance coach.
I bet the kids really love you.
I love coaching, but my dad thinks I'm wasting my time.
You have to follow your heart wherever it leads. Always.
You think so?
You can't deny your passions forever. They always bubble up, no matter how deep down you bury them.
Huh. You sound like you're speaking from experience.
Hey, Jala, ever hear of moderation? You should probably service your infatuations less, actually.
Well, thanks again for being in my corner. I'm glad to know I have someone to call on.
I know you could have handled that kid yourself. You don't need to make up excuses to see me.
Aw, but the excuse is half the fun.
I'm sorry, Jala, but I've moved on from you. I found a new goddess to worship. I came here looking for you, but found the Maharani instead. You rejecting me was such a stroke of luck.
Yep, he's definitely the one who's been bothering Dia.
You haven't been getting the message. Dia's not interested, creep. That shirt would look...
You're just jealous. You want to stand in the way of our love.
Whatever. If that helps you cope, go for it. Now get out of my town before you hurt yourself.
You dealt with that creepy dude for me, my hero. I usually deal with those types myself, but I thought you might enjoy kicking his ass. Consider it a little friendship present from me to you.
I have to admit, it was satisfying.
Right? A little bit of righteous vengeance is such a nice start to the day. So, hey, Aruni's wedding is coming up. Are you excited? Or a little bit jealous you're not in the spotlight?
I've never actually met her fiance, so, you know, there's that.
Complicated family life. That's one thing I don't have to deal with now that I've been disowned.
Ouch. Guess we walked right into that one.
Just be grateful they care enough to make you miserable. You could have it worse. Trust me.
Jala, over here.
I hope you're not planning to stalk me. I'm not afraid to get in a fist fight with a mascot.
No kidding. We have a lifetime ban from the Tacoma Dome.
No regrets. So, what do you want? What?
What do you want? That's an open-ended question. You'll find out in time. Or you won't.
Clever of you to use the sewers to get around without being seen.
It is, isn't it?
Must be hell to get the smell out of that fake fur, though.
I'm here to give you a gift today, Jala.
My mother warned me to beware of bears bearing gifts.
Smart woman, but I think you like this particular gift. The spirit of Barefoot extends far beyond the park. Under the ground, through the air, my claws reach everywhere in Timber Hills. Even here, to what they think is the built-up, concreted over heart of the town. But you and I know better, don't we? All these people, they can't see. But now you will. I'm giving you a gift, Jala. Don't waste it.
Indeed. Indeed.
I'm ready to go.
I know you ran away just to avoid being scolded. You really made me worry. How could you? Mrs. Pereira's parakeet had a long life ahead of her.
Meow.
Sharik, don't give me that innocent face.
Meow. Meow.
I know exactly what happened to those missing hamsters last month, too.
Meow, meow, meow.
They did not have it coming.
That cat has clearly killed before, and he will kill again.
He just has resting murder face. Sharik's a sweetheart. Unless you're a hamster.
Did I mention I'm really not a cat person?
Were you trying to find Sharik? Wow, that's really nice of you, Jala.
Haven't you heard? I'm in the running for sainthood these days. Canonize me now.
We don't do that in Islam.
Look, you love making excuses for other people's shitty behavior. I love being let off the hook. It's worked so well in the past. Why mess with a system that's functioning?
Way to bring the sincerity in your journey to being a better person, Jala.
That's not... I don't really...
Oh, no way. I'm not going to let you get your claws in Irfan again. You want his forgiveness? You'll have to get through me first. Oh, that's so much better.
The cat talks? I deserve hazard pay for this.
You thought you'd just have to say a few kind words to Irfan and he'd roll over and show you his belly? Well, too bad. I'm a much more formidable opponent.
Look, I'm not here for a fight. I'm here to listen.
Oh, yes, we've heard all about your little apology tour from Sergio and Dia. I don't know what your game is, but you've toyed with this boy enough. We're not interested in your apologies.
That's for him to decide, isn't it?
Irfan doesn't always know what's best for him. He's better off without you in his life. And deep down, you know that.
If you calm down, let's just say there's an absolutely massive supply of catnip in it for you.
Sharik, take it easy.
She just gets me so angry. Her own sister came to the funeral when she didn't.
She did? Aren't lions the kings of the jungle?
That's a lie, propagated by that gigantic megacorporation with a stranglehold on children's entertainment. They were paid off by Big Lion. Tigers are the... The way your relationship began was twisted. Even you can't deny that.
Ooh, the cat's not wrong. This one's juicy, even by Jala's putrid standards. Jala and Irfan were assigned together to do a group project about Jane Eyre in 9th grade. Irfan's dad got seriously sick, and he confided in Jala. Started to cry on her shoulder, and she kissed him. Oh, did I mention she was still dating Tyler at the time? Messy.
Kissing Irfan back then was not my proudest moment.
Did you even know that it was my first kiss?
Oh.
Wow, Jala, first Sergio, now Irfan? This is a pattern. This is a fetish.
Hey.
The first kiss stuff? Gross. But let's not lose focus. He started to cry. And your response was to kiss him? What's wrong with you?
We were 16. My brain was not the organ in charge back then.
I want to officially register my disgust. Ew!
There was an emotional charge between us. We just got carried away.
Yeah, that's emotion. It's called grief. But you skipped straight past empathy and landed on horniness. I can't believe I'm the one who's neutered when you're the one who can't control yourself. You should have just stayed far, far away, Jala. I will make you rue the day you stepped foot back in Timber Hills. You do not want to get into a pissing match with an aging tomcat, Jala. Ask the raccoon behind the loops dumpster what happened to when he tried it.
Wait, are you threatening me with your age-related incontinence? Not cool.
Oh no, Sharak!
Don't worry yourself with me, sweet prince. Ever since you first offered me a churro, our bond became unbreakable.
Tiger, no! You can't leave me here alone! Jala, what have you become? How could you do that to him? He's just a little guy.
I'm sorry, Irfan. Just promise me you won't let her get in your hair.
Sharak, please! I can't do this without you.
Maybe letting go of a defense mechanism that's outlived its use is a good thing.
Not all of us throw people away so easily, Jala. You took my first kiss, you took my dignity, and now you've murdered Sharak. I'm not gonna let you get away with walking all over me anymore. That first kiss was wrong of us, but we didn't stop there, did we? I was so ashamed of being a cheater, but I'd liked you for so long, and you were so convincing. You promised me you'd protect me if anyone ever found out. But we all know what happened then, don't we? You let me take all the blame. You were too busy trying to fix things with Tyler to even glance in my direction. The entire school hated me for getting in the middle of the meant-to-be Tyler and Jala romance. And to be honest, I hated myself too. You turned me into a cheater.
It wasn't like it was all fun and games for me either.
Oh, really? Back then, I needed comfort. My dad was dying. I had to learn how to care for him. I had to look after my little sister, protect her. I was sleep deprived, confused, miserable. The last thing I needed was to feel ashamed of myself on top of that. All of that I can forgive. I can accept. I can even understand. But my dad died later that year. Everyone from school came to the funeral, including Tyler. And she had every right to hate me. But you didn't come.
The gossip about us had just died down. I didn't want to rake it all up again.
You not showing up made it so much worse. The whispers, the not really sympathetic looks. I had to face all of that alone.
I just didn't want to make things worse.
And yet somehow you did. Story of your life, huh?
I should have been there. I made a mistake. Another mistake. I really messed up, huh?
Understatement.
Ugh, I hate this. I hate feeling like this. I thought an apology was all I needed to get over you, but now that I have it, it's not enough.
I hear you're Timber Hill's most eligible bachelor.
Guess I just haven't been introduced to the right girl yet. I take care of Tiger, and he protects me. That's an equal part.
You need to conjure up a different coping mechanism.
Oh, how about kissing crying boys? That seems to work for you, Jala.
Shark! You're back!
And not a moment too soon. It's time she got what was coming to her.
No, wait. There's something I need to ask her first. Forget apologies, Jala. How about a truth from you instead? I've always wondered, did you even like me? Or was I just a way to run away from your real life?
I was exploring. It was supposed to be fun. An experiment.
Being with you was less an experiment and more an explosion.
You were exactly the kind of person I was supposed to be with. Hardworking, handsome, brown, a man. I wouldn't have to explain anything to the world if I was with you.
Thank you for telling me your truth, Jala. I think that's the first time you've been truly honest with me.
Okay, no. Now she's got you thinking being hardworking and handsome is a bad thing. Wake up, Irfan. She's gotten into your head. I told you she was dangerous.
I don't know.
You're too soft, Irfan. She's going to walk over you again. That's why you need me. So I can do the things you're too weak to do. Time to end this, Jala.
Just take a deep breath, okay?
I'm confused. Aren't we fighting against each other?
Even the rules of war allow you to treat the wounded. Oof, ouch! Want a hand with that?
I don't think you're supposed to be helping me.
It wouldn't be the first time you put me in a supporting role. You're actually worse at being treated than most of my...
You deliberately chose patients who can't talk.
Oh, damn you, you miserable happy.
Sharuk? Maybe we should hear her out?
You're taking her side over me? After everything I've done for you?
We should get Irfan a less reactive pet. How do you think he feels about goldfish? A nice lizard, maybe.
That's gonna leave a bruise. You should ice that later.
Or you could tell your beast to retract his claws.
You all riled up and injured reminds me of the first time we met, Sharuk.
Oh, beautiful memories.
You scratched me across the forehead and screamed for 72 hours straight. But I got your temperature eventually. Let me help.
Are you even allowed to practice medicine on humans?
My sister calls you a demon from hell, so you're an exception. This will make you feel all better. And hey, I'll give you a treat later tonight for being extra brave. You're actually worse at being treated than most of my patients.
You deliberately chose patients who can't talk back.
I've got your back, Tiger. You were there for me when Mrs. Chowki blamed me for her canary's concussion.
It wasn't your fault. That canary escaped your grip and flew directly into the window by itself. Every one of my predator's senses is tingling, Jala. The next time I pounce, expect bloodshed. Irfan, I require your aid, but only for a moment.
Was your inner voice always this melodramatic, Irfan?
I find his timbre very soothing. Sharek, that's enough. I can take care of myself from here.
No, you can't. You need me. You did all your sister's science fair projects for her. You taught her to drive. You still cry every time someone's parakeet dies. You sit up all night with sick hamsters. You even adopted me when no one else wanted me. You're a soft touch, kid.
Do you feel like we're intruding on a special moment?
I just have allergies, okay?
Just admit that they're sweet, you reptile.
I'm soft. I like being soft. But that doesn't mean I'm weak. I don't need you to protect me anymore. I have to let go. I have to let you rest. Your job is done, my friend. Wow. I shouted at you and actually expressed my feelings, and the world didn't end. I mean, you're okay, right? We're okay?
We're more than okay. I think we're better than we've ever been.
That's how I feel too. I finally learned how to say no to you. But that doesn't mean I don't want to be friends. I've always admired you, Jala.
You are so nice, it's infuriating sometimes. How can anyone resist that?
I mean, you did.
Not very successfully.
Okay, maybe not. So, friends?
Friends.
And, oh, one last thing.
For you? Name it.
Can you check in on Aisha for me? She's been running around the skate park and acting, let's just say, even more secretive and surly than the average teen.
Oh yeah, your little sister. I haven't seen her in years. Man, she was such a cute kid.
Well, she's definitely older now.
I'm great with teens. They're my people. I got this.
Like the image of you slaving away over a hot stove to make me a...
Ugh. Dal makhni might be delicious, but it's definitely not sexy.
Thanks, Jala. I'll think of you with every bite. Look at you, on time and everything. Someone's eager to see me again.
You sounded like you really needed me. How could I resist?
I should have known damsel in distress would work on you. It explains your thing with Irfan.
Being the third wheel between you and Dia is my least favorite thing about being inside your head, just FYI.
So, was there actually something you needed?
I was just bored and wanted someone to play with. Just kidding. Anyway, it's not me, it's Damini, Darshini, and Deena.
You know they don't exist, right? They're just manifestations of your psyche.
They've just been extra loud since we had our little reconciliation. And since it's your fault they're mad at me, I thought you could, do your thing, fight them in battle, win them over, make friends or whatever. Don't roll your eyes. You owe me, Jala. Just do it, will you? For me?
You've been brought before the throne to stand trial for your crime. Let's get to the execution. Yeah, we all know she's guilty. Jala Jayaratna, you stand accused of being a traitor, a liar.
Dia and I are working through our stuff. You guys can just, poof, go wherever coping mechanisms go once they've outlived their use. Where is that?
What? Why are you looking at me?
Our Maharani has been deceived, tricked, duped. She was always weak when it came to you. But we will not be brought down so easily. Hear us, Jala. We will not be ignored.
Dia's family sucks, actually. Living without their money and pampering is worth paying the price. You all are just middle school mentality made manifest.
It's all your fault our fallen Maharani was cast out of our family. You flaunted your parents' acceptance. You made her want things she could never have.
You think I seduced her into wanting to live authentically?
That would honestly be an amazing superpower.
She could have compromised. But instead, she threw out her parents' entire plan for the future.
Oh, so this one's the think of the family honor. Why do they have to be so in your face about it one? Can we defeat them soon, please? My eyes already hurt from all the rolling.
You may be used to being common and uncivilized, but our queen, she was destined for greater things. It's your fault she works in a bar, wears those revealing clothes, eats meat.
So she didn't live up to her parents' elitist vision of immigrant success. So what?
Exactly. You don't even see the problem.
I see you think there's a problem.
You're an encourager of this.
Do they really think Dia would be happier in the closet and in a cubicle?
Our queen was pure, pristine, until you came along and polluted her.
2 for 1. Casteist and classist. Nice.
There's a whole list of things that good Brahmin girls aren't supposed to do. But at the
scared that Dia won't need you, now she's happy.
Imagine throwing away a pampered life in the hands of your rich parents. For that.
Imagine thinking a gilded cage is a good idea. Okay, let's get it over with. What's your problem with me?
You're guilty? Execution!
Wait, do you not have a reason to fight me? Are you just going along with the others?
Oh my god, think for yourself.
Thinking for yourself is overrated, okay? What happened to Leah? She got kicked out. It's scary and I hate consequences.
That's really pathetic.
Pathetic pays the bills, baby. I'm taking the path of least resistance every time. I never thought it would end like this. Abandoned by our Maharani. Unloved, unwanted, defeated. Curse you, Jala! Curse you!
Oh my god, you actually came! I mean, cool of you to show up. I haven't been dreaming about this or anything.
Things have been really intense for me lately, so it would be great if this was just not.
I hear you. I promise. Only good vibes allowed on this dance floor. We're just here to have a little fun. No pressure. Just try and match my moves. This isn't a competition. Okay?
Is that what you say to the kids you teach? Do they listen to you?
Almost never. Make sure you watch me very closely, Joe.
Oh, trust me. I will.
Am I distracting you?
Sorry, were you dancing? I didn't notice you there.
God, I love it when you ignore me. It only makes me want you more.
Rip Sigmund Freud. You would have loved Sergio.
You want to keep these moves light? Or are you ready to go heavyweight.
I'm not really looking to break a sweat. Let's just have fun.
Your wish is my
Wow.
That was incredible! We were totally in tune with each other. It's like the rest of the world vanished, leaving nothing but the rhythm and our perfectly synchronized bodies.
Beyond everything you just said, you're actually a pretty great teacher. It's like we've been doing this routine together for years.
Really? Thanks, Jala. I really enjoy introducing people to the joy of dance.
I'd partner up.
Just try and match my moves. This isn't a competition. Okay?
Listen, I'm just here to have.
I'm willing to spend the rest of my. Make sure you watch.
Oh.
Am I distracting you?
Sorry, were you dancing?
God, I love.
Rip Sigmund.
You want to keep these moves light? Or you.
I don't do half.
Your whip. Was incredible. It's like the rest of the world and are perfectly synchronized.
Beyond everything, it's like we've been doing this.
Really? Thanks, Jala. I really.
partner.
I've been looking forward to this day. Though not as much as my next cub leader. She has something of a personal grudge against you. I'd warm up a little before this particular battle if I were you. Which I'm not, thankfully.
Indeed.
Jala Jayaratna. Finally, we meet. What does Soundy want with someone like you? I guess I just have to trust in the bear.
Jeez, kid. What's with the attitude?
I'm Aisha, Irfan's younger sister. You broke his heart in high school. Ring any bells?
Irfan and I had a heart-to-heart. Things are better.
Stop saying his name, or I will make your life a living hell.
Oh, she's so cute, like an angry, murdery kitten.
Stay away from my brother, Jala. And better yet, go back to whatever pit of hell you crawled back here from.
Go back to the swing set where you belong, kid.
You left town and never even had the decency to look back at the disaster you left behind in your wake. I guess he did teach me one thing. You don't have to be the dominant gender to be an asshole.
I'm back here now to try to make things right, which I already have with your brother.
Irfan gives away his forgiveness too cheap. Neither he nor I are here to nurture your journey, Jala. Whatever redemption story you've decided for yourself means nothing to me. The truth is, you haven't earned forgiveness. All you've earned is this ass-kicking. Time I do us all a favor and kick your ass out of Timber Hill. Couldn't even do us the favor of staying gone.
Yep, totally unkillable. The two things that could survive a nuclear blast are Jala and roaches.
You're not helping.
You won, but this isn't over. I'm not gonna stop until I run you out of this town. I don't care if Irfan's forgiven you. I never will.
We haven't made enough progress. Are you even trying, Jala?
Have we forgotten that it's me doing you a favor here?
Don't act like you don't want to know what's going on with those kids.
That's not the...
I think that's exactly the point. Aisha hates your guts, so I guess it's not surprising you couldn't get anything out of her.
That's suspiciously understanding of you.
I heard you had it out with Irfan.
That's why I came home, to have some conversations that were long overdue.
And did it help?
Ask me again in 6 months. Or 10 years.
He's too nice for you anyway.
What?
Nothing. Forget it. Keep going with Soundy's troop leaders. You're 4 down, only 1 to go.
You know, talking to Jala was very cathartic. I even made a breakthrough in my relationship with Shahrukh.
Who is Shahrukh?
That's his cat.
I'm even more confused now.
He's a dweeb with no friends.
Oh. Yeah, makes sense.
Don't get hostile because Irfan's actually facing his past, unlike you.
Yeah, Tyler. Change your mind about your participation yet?
No, and for the record, I hate all of you.
You don't really mean that.
I'm deadly serious.
Whew, you guys are all so dramatic. It's my turn next. And I'm not gonna spend my time crying about the past like the rest of you. I'll show Jala exactly what she's been missing, and that's a good time. Better say your goodbyes while you can, losers. I'm getting out of this damn town at the end of the month, and Jala's gonna be in the passenger seat right next to me.
It's your turn to pick, Tua, but there's a Twilight Zone marathon on right now.
Sure, Apache. That's fine.
Morning, Jala.
Good morning, family of mine. Are you talking about something top secret? Am I allowed to be here?
Don't be upset with us, Podidua. It's a complicated position to be in when your daughters aren't speaking.
Arvind, can't you recognize that look in her eyes? She's angling for something.
Damn, she's good. Saw right through the attempt to guilt Dad.
Fine, Jala. What do you want to know?
Are Ahmed and Aruni compatible? What's his star sign?
Ooh, someone gave him a Myers-Briggs test.
Obviously they are compatible, or we wouldn't have approved.
Yeah, that's why my romantic life went so smoothly.
You are an entirely different person, Jala. You do not take direction well.
Aruni's older. Your choices are less hot-blooded at that age.
You're deflecting the question. Both of you.
He is a wonderful match for Aruni. Ahmad has good manners, a good job as an engineer.
Okay, good.
He is an excellent cook too. Very sharp, very kind young man. I would say he's handsome, wouldn't you, Minnie?
His best quality is his dedication to his parents. He reminds me of Irfan now that I think about it.
Okay, I get it. He's perfect. Aruni knows how to pick him. I'm glad to hear it.
We could stand to hear how perfect she is less often, though.
Wanna shoot some hoops, Daddy?
I'm not sure my back would survive it, sweetie. Kathi rolls, a Calcutta delicacy. Spiced chicken thighs with juicy onions, spicy green chilies, and a hint of lime. Yummy!
Dad, I'm already hungry. You don't have to sell me on this.
Then I won't keep us from deliciousness any longer. Go, wash up. Remember that hand-washing song I used to sing?
No, and do not remind me. I'm begging you.
Fine, let's get started. To start with our marinade. Crush up some garlic and ginger for me, will you, Podidua? We're looking for a nice paste.
Well, I do love crushing things.
Ginger, garlic, our parents' hopes and dreams.
Nicely done. You know, I learned this recipe to try to win over your party. It didn't work, obviously. She's a stubborn one, just like your Amma. Oh, don't tell your Amma I said that.
Is that why Mom and Bati have a complicated relationship?
It's not the only reason, but your Amma stood by me. We're a team, Jala Banana. But let's keep these jokes about Pati between us, Hit the chicken mixture with some spice before we get too carried away. You keep cooking like that and you'll surpass me soon enough. It's mint chutney time. Remember how much your sister loves chutney?
Yes, Dad?
Aruni loved chutney so much, we started calling her chutney.
I remember, Dad.
You girls were so sweet. Where does the time go? It's like it was yesterday.
He's gone. Let's just blend it and move on before he pulls out the photo albums.
I'm seeing consistent improvement, sweetie. The way I see it, I'm not married to your Patti. I married your mother, and I have no regrets about that. Genuinely, I think Patti's disapproval was harder on her than it was on me. We need some filling for the kathi rolls. Cut up some pepper and onion for me, Jala Banana. Not too finely. You're doing so well. I'm getting emotional. I promise not to cry. You seem to be getting quite fired up. How about lighting the stove?
Dad loves to deflect when he doesn't want to give his opinion.
You've redefined the meaning of impressive with this. Fry up those chopped veggies first, and then toss in the chicken to get everything nice and cooked. Have you considered becoming a chef, Jalu? I wish you could remember more of my mother, Jalu. You were so young when she passed. She was a wonderful woman, though she didn't handle things with Chandra well. I'm sure she had regrets.
Did Auntie C forgive her in the end?
It wasn't as simple as that. Our mother didn't think she had done anything wrong. And, of course, neither did Chandra. Arama, she meant well, but she worried about appearances, reputation. What did the neighbors think? It ruled her life and ours. That's why when raising you girls, I wanted you to know you could come to me with anything. I didn't want a home full of secrets, brushed under every rug, for everyone to walk around on eggshells. Oh, speaking of which, time to whisk up an egg so we can fry the parotas. That was difficult, but you handled it well. One of the things we really wanted to do for you kids was accept your partners unconditionally. That's why we welcomed Ahmed and Tyler back in the day. We'll accept whoever you end up with, Jala, as long as they make you happy.
Daddy, I'm thinking of getting back together with Jennifer.
That little balaki putta. Oh God, you're joking. Don't do that to me, Jalu. I have high blood pressure. Now, come. Before the fillings get cold, fry the parota with the egg on one side. Then we assemble and feast. I knew you could do it.
So, what do you think?
Ah, this is perfection. Exquisite gutty roll, Jalu.
Come on, Dad. No notes.
Don't change a thing. The flaky parotas, the tender chicken, the bite of raw onion. I'd love to compliment you more, but I have to finish this while it's still hot.
Let's make fish fry. The trick is in the marinade. Everything else is quite straightforward.
I wonder what else she's been marinating on.
What was that, Jala?
Everything going to plan with the wedding?
Really, Jala? Can't I just want to teach you how to make fish fry without having some ulterior motive?
I assume every cooking session is an elaborate emotional trap.
Let's just get started, shall we? Start by washing your hands. Very good. Score the fish in one direction, not too deep. We just want to allow the marinade to sink in, not slice the fish into ribbons. I knew you had my cooking genes. So, Jala.
Uh-oh.
How long exactly are you going to spend doing nothing in life and living in your childhood bedroom?
So you did have an ulterior motive.
What is wrong with you today, Jala? You're in such a mood. Take some of that aggression out on the ginger garlic paste instead. thoughts? Good. Chandra told me you've been helping her and Tyler with the skate park situation. Is it not going well? Is that why you're so touchy this morning?
What could possibly be stressful about seeing my ex who hates me every day?
Well, I don't approve of the goings-on in the park. I've never trusted mascots. That's why I never took you girls to Disney World.
What? That's why Auntie C snuck us there? I thought Amma just hated Joy.
Now, add the turmeric, coriander, Kashmiri mirch, garam masala and cumin to the paste. Then finish with a dash of lemon. Well done, Jala. Touchdown! That's what they say in basketball, no? Whether things go well with the skate park or not. I hope you won't let that influence things with Tyler. She's been through enough, don't you think?
Tyler wants to keep our relationship strictly business, and I'm respecting that.
Sorry, I really tried to keep a straight face.
You only have one sibling, but somehow you're the third favorite child. That's gotta sting.
Coat the pomfret with the marinade, Jala. We don't have all day. Good. But don't get overconfident. Set the fish aside to rest and marinate for a bit.
Oh no, I hate it when she makes these recipes metaphors for our emotional failures.
Don't you think you've let the situation with Aruni marinate long enough?
I'm just waiting for the perfect moment to strike. It's all in the timing, Ma.
Yes, why don't we just dither and procrastinate until the situation magically resolves itself?
At this rate, she'll be married and have 3 children before you two actually talk. Forget it. Light the stove, Jala. That's something even you can't get wrong, no? You won't completely embarrass me in front of Patti. Given your attitude, I'm sure I already know the answer to the question. But still, I'll ask. Are you planning to stay in Timber Hills?
Look at that! The oil is hot enough to fry the fish now.
So it is. Put the fish in the pan gently. I don't need you getting burns on top of everything else. Very good. What else do you expect, Jala? A parade?
How is it, Amma?
Crispy on the outside, flaky in the middle, spicy, a little acidic.
So, perfect in every way.
Your overconfidence will be your downfall, Jala.
Oh, Jala, that smells delicious. I'm sure Shahrukh is very thankful.
I'll be expecting a handwritten thank you note in my mailbox. And don't write it for him. I know your handwriting, Irfan.
I'm telling you, beneath this grouchy face, and the smoke-breathing tiger. Irk's the softest and tenderest of souls.
Sure, deep down maybe.
Very, very deep down.
He's a good boy, really.
Yeah, So I was just minding my business skating, and she said she was better than me, a skate peasant, and that I was obsessed with my brother, who belonged to her, and then she attacked me for no reason.
That doesn't seem totally accurate.
She's been challenging all the skate punks, including you. The streets run red with the blood of babes. The blood.
Ah, speak of the devil.
As we were saying, she's burned our crops and poisoned our drinking water.
Hi. Are they actually tattling on us?
Jala, have you been fighting these children?
Okay, Auntie, that's not at all a fair representation of the fact. I was trying to engage in a conversation with these wayward youths who are cult members, by the way.
Do your conversations usually involve fists?
Really, Jala? I don't know what you're thinking. Picking fights with these girls? You're far too old for this.
Well, it's too late for you now anyway. You've gone and done it. By defeating us, you've attracted the attention of the General, Soundy's first follower, the Mama Bear.
You know she'd kill you if she heard you call her that.
It's true. Salma's waiting for you, Jala, and she's gonna eat you alive.
If Soundy wants me, why doesn't he face me himself, instead of hiding in sewer grates?
Wait, are you girls getting up to trouble in the sewers?
Yeah, making out by the light of a burning rat carcass, probably.
All right, enough bickering in my shop. Hand over your boards for repairs or shoo.
Yeah, Jala. How about you meet me outside for a sec?
Hey, Jala.
What?
You're being summoned.
What?
You're being summoned. God, are those headphones giving you tinnitus?
By who?
Soundy summons you to the skate park, or whatever.
Why?
Something, Sama. I skimmed. I'm playing Snake.
Jala, you should get to the skate park and see what Salma needs. She's a good girl with a lot going on. I expect reports of your best behavior.
You expect too much.
darling. Good of you to roll through as though you could resist. You're here to face my good general, my self-righteous right hand. Ah, well, Selma has been instrumental to Barefoot. Family bickers, but we love our cubs dearly. When she first caught my eye, she was struggling, trying to set up a community fridge while her own fridge remained barren. So sweet, but so misguided. Just needed a push in the right direction. My direction. Just like you. We've done this a few times now, no need to faff about anymore. A bear knows when it's time to stop playing with her food and finally take a bite. I need you, Jala. The mayor hasn't spoken to her daughter in years, and she'd do anything to get her back, to get her happy little family back. Do you understand? She'd give anything.
No. No way.
I don't just want the park, Jala. My plans are so much bigger than that. Who better to represent the freaks, the untidy, sharp-edged deviants tossed in the gutter, than moi? This town has no future. There's no building on top of rot. It needs to burn to begin anew.
Well, there's a campaign slogan for you.
I see you. You're a misfit toy. So am I. And our judges have never truly loved us. For us to thrive, they must be brought low. What rises from the ashes will be fresh, pure. Finally, a place with us in mind. Don't speak. This moment doesn't belong to either of us anyway. Face my general. Consider my offer.